Good evening, students. In today's class, we will solve some questions related to the reflection of light by plane mirror. So, what is the first question here? Question number 1. Two plane mirrors at 45 degree to each other. If an object is placed between them, then the number of images will be. What we have to find here? We have to find the number of images formed by the two inclined plane mirrors. What is the angle given between the mirrors here? That is 45 degree. So, solution for the first question. So, there are how many mirrors? Two mirrors. So, let us take it is a first mirror and it is second mirror. And both are inclined at an angle 45 degree. 45 degree. So, I will name this mirror as M1 and this mirror as M2. This mirror as M2. So, there is an object which is placed between them. We have to find the number of images formed by these two inclined plane mirrors. First, we have to find 360 by theta value. If it is even, we have to subtract 1. First, we have to find 360 by theta. That is M is equal to 360 degree divided by theta. So, what is the angle between these two mirrors here? 45 degree. Then M is equal to 360 divided by 45. 360 divided by 45 degree. So, that is 8. Then 8 is the even number. 8 is the even number means here 1 subtracted from the 8, then we will get the number of images formed by two inclined plane mirrors. So, the number of images formed n is equal to m minus of 1. What is m? M is 8, then 8 minus of 1, that is 7. So, how many images formed by the two inclined plane mirrors here? 7 images formed by the two inclined plane mirrors. So, options given. So, first option 5, second option 9, third option 7 and fourth option 8. Which is the correct answer here? Third option is the correct. Option 3 is the correct, because option 3 is 7. Option 3 is the correct answer. Now, let us move to the next question, that is question number 2. So, what is question number 2? A ray reflected successively from two plane mirrors inclined at a certain angle undergoes a deviation of 300 degree. The number of observable images is. What we have to find again? Again we have to find the number of observable images. So, according to the second question, so there are how many mirrors here? Two plane mirrors, two inclined plane mirrors. They are inclined at a certain angle. We don't know that angle. Both are inclined at certain angle. We don't know that angle. That angle we have to find. But the deviation produced by these two plane mirrors given, that is D is equal to 300 degree. D is equal to 300 degree. So, what is the deviation produced by two inclined mirrors? That is D is equal to 360 minus of 2 theta. 360 minus of 2 theta. Now, substitute the value of D. What is the deviation produced by these two plane mirrors? That is 300. Then, wherever D is there, I will put 300. 300 is equal to 360 minus of 2 theta. So, our aim is to find theta here, because to find the number of images, we need theta. Then, minus 2 theta taken to the left hand side, that becomes plus 2 theta. Then 300 taken to the right hand side, that becomes minus 300. 360 minus 300, that is 60. That is 60. Then theta is equal to 30 degree. Theta is equal to 30 degree. So, what is the angle between these two mirrors here? 30 degree. Then find the number of images formed. So, that is, first we have to find M. What is M here? 360 degree divided by theta. 360 degree divided by theta. Then 360 divided by 30. 360 divided by 30. So, it is 360 by 30 is 12. 12 is even number or odd number? 12 is a even number, we have to subtract 1. So 12 minus of 1. So how many images formed by these two inclined plane mirrors? 11 images formed. So n is equal to m minus of 1. If m is even number, we have to subtract 1 from the m. So m is how much? M is 12. 12 minus of 1, that is 11. Then how many images formed by these two inclined plane mirrors? So that is n number of images, 11 images. So options given: first option 60, second option 12, third option 11, and fourth option 5. So which is the correct option here? Third option is the correct, because third option is 11. Option 3 is the correct. Option 3 is the correct answer. Next, let us move to the third question. To get 5 images of single object. Here number of images given. How many images here? 5 images. N value given. N value 5. Then here the number of images are odd or even? The number of images are odd. Now question number 3. To get 5 images of a single object, n is equal to 5. N is equal to 5. Then one should have 2 plane mirrors at an angle of, means again we have to find the angle between the 2 plane mirrors. The angle between these 2 plane mirrors we have to find. So now the number of images formed odd. If the number of images formed odd, then we have to use only 360 by theta. So n is equal to 360 degree divided by theta. Then what is our aim? Our aim is to find theta here. If even number of images are there, we have to write n is equal to 360 by theta minus of 1. But here odd number of images. That is why we are going to write only n is equal to 360 degree divided by theta. Then theta is equal to 360 degree divided by 360 degree divided by n, means number of images. So that is 360 degree divided by n is how much? N is 5 na? Then 5 7s are 35 and 5 2s are 10, that is 72 degree. So what is the angle between the 2 inclined plane mirrors here? 72 degree. This is the correct answer. Here options given: first option 30 degree, second option 72 degree, third option 90 degree, and fourth option 150 degree. Here second option is the correct, because second option is 72 degree. Option 2 is the correct. So remember one point: if the number of images are odd, then we have to use the formula, that is n is equal to 360 degree divided by theta. If the number of images are even, we have to use n is equal to 360 degree divided by theta minus of 1, that means m minus of 1. Now let us move to the fourth question. What is fourth question here? Question number 4. A small object is placed 10 centimeter in front of a plane mirror. So a small object is placed 10 centimeter in front of a plane mirror. If you stand behind the object 30 centimeter from the mirror, what is your distance? That is 30 centimeter from the mirror, and look at its image. The distance focused for your eye will be, means at what distance our eye should be focused. Here there is a plane mirror. This is a plane mirror. Then let us take it is a principal axis, and a small object is placed 10 centimeter in front of a plane mirror. There is a small object. Let us assume this is a small object which is placed 10 centimeter. Which is placed 10 centimeter from the mirror. Then means object distance is 10 centimeter. If you stand behind the object 30 centimeter from the mirror, if you stand behind the object at 30 centimeter from the mirror, Then where its image should be formed, where the image of the object is formed, it is also formed at 10 centimeter. Because in case of plane mirror, the image distance equal to object distance, then it is also 10 centimeter. So at what distance the observer can focus his eye? So that is 30 plus of 10. 30 plus of 10, that is 40 centimeter. So what is the question here? The distance focused for your eye will be, the distance focused for your eye will be, for your eye will be, for your eye will be 40 centimeter. Because the distance of the observer from the plane mirror is 30 centimeter, then the distance of the image from the plane mirror is 10 centimeter. At what distance he has to focus his eye to see the image of the object here? 30 plus 10, that is how much? 40 centimeter. Here options are, first option 60 centimeter, second option 20 centimeter, third option 40 centimeter, and fourth option 80 centimeter. Then which is the correct option here? Third option is the correct. Option 3 is the correct answer. Okay, this is about the question number 4. Next, let us move to the question number 5. A watch shows time as 3:25. When seen through a mirror, the time appeared will be. What is the time now? Time is 3:25. So when it is seen through the mirror, what is the time? Question number 5. The time is 3:25. So what is our aim? Our aim is to find the time appeared in the mirror. The time appeared in the mirror. So the time in the watch is how much? 3:25. What about the time appeared in the mirror? Okay. So there is one trick. What is that trick? So we can write 12 hours as 11 hours 60 minutes. 12 hours as, because in a watch there is a 12 hour. So 12 hours as 11 hours 60 minutes. And also this can be written as 11:60. 11:60. Then it is 12 hour. We have to subtract 3:25 from 11:60. 11:60 minus 3:25. 3:25. 60 minus 25. 60 minus 25 is 35. It is 35. Then 11 minus 3. 11 minus 3 is 8. 8 is to 35. So what is the time appear in the mirror? The time appear in the mirror is 8:35. But what is the time in the watch? 3:25. This is the answer now. So there are 4 options given. First option 8:35. Second option 9:35. Third option 7:35. And fourth option 8:25. Then first option is the correct. Option 1 is the correct, because option 1 is 8:35. Then next one, question number 6. A man runs towards mirror at a speed of 15 meter per second. What is the speed of the man here? 15 meter per second. The speed of the image with respect to the man is. Question number 6. Question number 6. A man runs towards mirror at a speed of 15 meter per second, means u given. Speed of the man means speed of the object, that is 15 meter per second. Then our aim is to find the speed of the image with respect to the man. In previous class we discussed that what is the speed of the image with respect to the object, that is 2u. So speed of the image, the speed of the image with respect to the man, with respect to the man is 2 times of u, that is 2 into 15 meter per second, that is 30 meter per second. What is the speed of the image of the man with respect to the man? That is 30 meter per second. Then options given, first option 7.5 meter per second, second option 15 meter per second, third option 30 meter per second, and fourth option 45 meter per second. Which is the correct option here? Option 3 is the correct. Option 3 is the correct. That is 30 meter per second. Okay. So this is the solution of the question number 6. Then let us move to the question 7. A person standing in the center of a room. So this is very important. A person standing in the center of a room, 12 meter high, looks into plane mirror fixed on the wall. Then the minimum length of the plane mirror for him to see the full length image of the wall behind him. What is the height of the man given? Height of the man given 12 meter. So let us take this is a room. This is a room. A person standing in the center of the room. So there is a person. The person standing in the center of the room. Now 12 meter high. What is the height of the person? Height of the person is 12 meter. 12 meter high. Then the minimum length of the plane mirror for him to see the full length image of the wall behind him is equal to, there is a mirror. This is a mirror. So what is the minimum length of this plane mirror required to see the full length image of the wall behind him? So this is the wall behind him. We have to see the full length image of this wall behind the person. What is the formula to find the full length of image of the wall behind the person? That is minimum length of the mirror. Minimum length of the mirror required to see full length image of the wall behind him. Full length image of the wall behind him. So to see the full length image of the wall behind the person, what is the formula here? Formula is h by 3, means height of the man divided by 3. So that is minimum length, I will take x, then x is equal to h by 3. Then what is the height of the man here? The height of the man is 12 meter. 12 by 3, that is 4. Then x is equal to 4 meter. So in order to see the full length image of the wall behind the man, so the minimum length of the mirror required is how much? That is a 4 meter, which is the correct option here. So first option is 12 meter, second option is 8 meter, third option is 4 meter, and fourth option is 6 meter. Then option 3 is the correct. Option 3 is the correct answer. Okay. Now, okay. Previously we solved that to see the full length image of the wall behind the person, what is the formula to required to find the minimum length of the plane mirror? That is x is equal to h by 3. Suppose if we want to see the full length image of him, what is the minimum length of the plane mirror required? That is x is equal to h by 2. So this is the formula used to find the minimum length of the plane mirror required to see the full length image of the wall behind the person. Okay. And what is the minimum length of the plane mirror required to see the full length image of him? That is h by 2. What is h here? H is nothing but height of the man or height of the object. Now let us move to the question number 8. Question number 8. What is question number 8 here? A ray of light is incident at 50 degree on the middle of one of the two mirrors arranged at an angle of 60 degree between them. Then what is the angle between the two mirrors here? 60 degree. The ray then touches the second mirror get reflected back to the first mirror, making an angle of incidence of here. I will draw the mirrors here. This is first mirror. Let us take it is a first mirror and it is a second mirror. Then what is the angle between these two mirrors? 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. So a ray of light is incident at 50 degree on the middle of the one of the two mirrors. I will take this is middle of the one of the two mirrors. This is first mirror. I will take M1 and it is M2. Now a ray of light is incident at 50 degree on the middle of the one of the mirror. So what is the angle of incidence here? 50 degree. In order to show the angle of incidence, we have to draw the normal at the point of incidence. This angle of incidence is how much? 50 degree. Then when this ray of light incident at the middle of the mirror, this ray of light undergo reflection. So here angle of reflection is also 50 degree. Angle of reflection is also 50 degree because according to law of reflection of light, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. This is incident ray and it is a reflected ray. What about this angle? This angle is 40 because the angle between the normal and the reflecting surface is how much? That is a 90 degree. Total angle is 90 degree. So here one angle is 50 degree means remaining angle is 40 degree, the total angle is 90 degree. Then in this triangle, so this angle is 60, this angle is 40, then this angle must be 80. This angle must be 80 because what is the total angle in the triangle? That is 180. Then this reflected ray is incident ray for the second mirror, and once again this ray undergo reflection. And at the point of incidence again I will draw the normal. This normal should be perpendicular to the point of incidence, means this normal should be perpendicular to the second mirror and which is drawn at the point of incidence. So if it is 80 now, what is the angle here? 10. This angle is 10. Then the angle of incidence at the second mirror means the angle of incidence for the second mirror is 10 degree. Then angle of reflection at the second mirror is also 10 degree. Now this is also 10 degree because here the angle between the normal and the second mirror is 90 degree. But here one angle is 80 means remaining angle is 10, the total angle is 90. The total angle is 90. If the angle of incidence is 10, then angle of reflection is also 10 at the second mirror. And once again this ray undergo reflection and this reflected ray hits the first mirror again. With what angle this reflected ray hits the first mirror? This one we have to find. This eye we have to find. Okay. Now let us take it is a theta. Now I will give the name here. This is O, A and B. O, A and B. So this is a triangle. In this triangle, what is the total angle? The total angle is 180 degree. So that is 60 plus 80 plus 20. This is 20 na? And this is 80. So 60 plus 80 plus 20 plus theta, that is equal to 180. 60 plus this is 60 plus 100 because 80 plus 20. That is 100 plus theta. This angle we don't know. We have to find this angle theta. That is equal to how much? 180 because total angle in the triangle is how much? 180. Then theta is 20 degree. Theta is 20 degree because 60 plus 100, 160. This 160 taken to the right hand side, that becomes minus 160. Then 180 minus 160, that is 20 degree. Then this is theta, theta is 20, but we need I. So with what angle the reflected ray meets the first mirror after the reflection by second mirror? So that we have to find. So here theta plus I, that is 90, because angle between the normal and reflecting surface is how much? 90. I plus theta is equal to 90 degree. Then we know the theta value. Then I is equal to 90 minus of theta. Then 90 minus of 20. That is how much? 70 degree. So with what angle the ray hits this first mirror after reflection by the second mirror? That is I is equal to 70 degree. This is the answer now. So options given, first option is 50, second option 60, third option 70 and fourth option 80. Option 3 is the correct. Option 3 is the correct answer. Okay. So this is about the solution of question number 8. Now, so these are the some questions of the reflection of light by plane mirror. Okay. In next class we are going to discuss about the reflection of light by the spherical